She like got me.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. All eyes are on Jamar Chase as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Vikings and the Giants, and it's all up next.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaunt alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Giants in our ball game here, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But, Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one, and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taking it about the 1. Khalif Raymond now. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
When they made it play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Down to the 25. Taken down by Pete Werner. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they say it's incomplete. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Taken at the goal line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. So 5 yards here. Looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first. The Vikings are 12-2 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made with the Giants 37. A very solid gain of 27. So the drive takes him in the Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Hunt will try going up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. This one taken in by Otten. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson caught on a slant. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down. Vikings. Kareem Hunt with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Here comes Khalif Raymond for his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
On play action, Lawrence completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And New York set to take the field. The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. No surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Carlson down to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. On 2nd down, Swift. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pass incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game, though, is part of the game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 3rd down, Lawrence going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And the ball is knocked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. Ertz has it left side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First down, Giants. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Lawrence. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Lawrence will throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. That's complete to Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Over the middle, complete. That's Green. And they're going to get this down about the 17-yard line here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, this from 34. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Watson now to throw. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he gets it to 30. That's all said and done. A final shot before the break. Watson is going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. And then finally, time to unwind on Monday night. It'll be the Chargers and Colts from Indianapolis at 8:15 Eastern Time sharp. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, they'll run with White. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's caught. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now Watson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Traylon Burks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across. Line. Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Lawrence's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On first down, Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They run on first down with Jackson. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Yeah, he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They go play action with Lawrence. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They go play action now. Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Green. Down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A.J. Green, 26 yards. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes.
Gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you can take the speed.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Watson. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll run with Hunt. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. He will find his man Chase complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. To throw is Watson. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's Watson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jamar Chase, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Vikings are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Watson swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, on comes the Viking kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend on, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And New York set to take the field. They're many two-game. They can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start here with Jack. No gain. Throwing on 2nd down. Lawrence. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Lawrence. And that'll be taken in downfield by Green. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And some room to run now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Lawrence going to throw again. It's Jackson again on the reception. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This will be caught at about the 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action. It's Lawrence. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Vikings will take over here at the 14-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Watson's going to throw it here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Minnesota, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.